The Law of Attraction, July. Just understand and leave yearning. Tug of Love, Amazing Grace.
You're listening to Diesel on the Tug of Love.
Pulling ourselves closer to God and allowing God to pull us closer to Him. Tug of Love, weekdays from 1 to 4 on Radio Veritas.
Lights, camera, and action. 15:32, 28 minutes before 4, right here on the Tug of Love, exclusively found on Radio Veritas, the good news and great music for a change. 576 AM, DSTV 870, streaming online on the World Wide Web, radioveritas.co.za. And for Thursday, July 14th, welcome to Using the Law of Attraction through faith and prayer, presenting Miss Amazing Grace. Hey! Let's go.
Yes. Good afternoon, Malume, and good afternoon to all the Radio Veritas listeners. Today's topic, it's entitled, Improve Your Life and Believe in the Power of Your Mind. So before we start, Malume, if you can just read for us Matthew 19, verse 26.
Jesus looked at them and said, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. Matthew 19, verse 26.
Yes.
Why the scripture?
Why the scripture? Because everything is possible with God.
Yep.
It's all in the power of, like our topic, the power of your mind. So you as an individual, you need to change your mindset. You need to change the way you see yourself, the way you think, the way you believe in yourself. So everything starts in your mind. So when we say your mind is the most powerful weapon that you have, use it very wisely. So as us as individuals, what do we need to do in order for us to change our minds and change our mindset, in order for us to be able to attract the things that we want, in order for God to open the doors that no man can close? So we start by saying, I've just got a few points that I'm going to be sharing with the listeners. And those points are, our mind is the most powerful weapon, and our choices and our thoughts reflect on that. So if you want to be happy, I think there's that song that says, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never marry a pretty woman. So, but in this case...
Oh yes, I know that song.
So if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, you need to change your mindset.
Yep.
You need to change the way you think. You need to change the way you see yourself as an individual. So that's why we say, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, change your mindset. And then we also say, follow your gut feeling. What do we mean by following your gut feeling? You know, sometimes, I'll give an example. You're driving on the highway and your gut feeling tells you to change lanes, Malume. And you're like, nah. No, this slow lane or the fast lane is going well for me. And boom, there's an accident right in front of you. You should have followed your gut feeling. So that's what we also say. Follow your gut feeling in whatever it's telling you. It never misleads you. It's always right. Your gut feeling. Follow your gut feeling. And then also by changing your life, you need to change yourself as an individual. How you see yourself, how you value yourself. You cannot expect the next person to change you. You cannot expect the next person to give you what you want or to have what you want when you don't change your mindset as an individual. So it starts with you as an individual to change your mindset. If you want to make it in life, you want to be a successful businesswoman, if you want to be a prayer warrior or whatever it is that you want to do, that you want to attract as an individual, you need to change your mindset. So hence we're saying, change your mindset in order for you to attract, in order for you to have whatever it is that you want to have in life. So also, as you change your mindset, you need to tell the devil that your time is up. You have had your fair share. You have caused me failures. You have caused me depression. You have caused me to be in debt and. You need to tell the devil that. You need to affirm. You need to tell him. Because if you don't tell him, you carry on playing games on you. You carry on playing games with your life. So you need to tell the devil that, you know what, my guy, step aside. It's now my turn. It's now
Enough is
me.
enough, yeah.
Yes, enough is enough. And then we also need to say, change the way you talk about yourself. If you tell yourself, I'm not attractive, I'll never make it, I'll never be A, B, C, D, you're attracting that as an individual. So you need to change the way you see yourself. You need to change the way you think. So you need to change your mindset. And then the other thing also, get in agreement with God. What do we mean by getting in agreement with God? I think you remember when I've mentioned this before, that you need to have your quiet time as an individual with the 24 hours that you have in a day. You need to have time for God, time for you to pray, to meditate. So we're saying also, get time to be with God. Set your mindset to tell yourself that this time I'm going to do away from social media. I'm going to do away from all the things that distract me as a person. I'm going to give this time to God. Because as individuals, we all make mistakes. We're all human. But at some point in life, there's a time or day we've all gone to bed and we never got a chance to literally say, thank you, God, for just being here. You've had it all. It was a nice day. Eat and you go to bed. But we don't get that time to be with God, to thank Him for what He has done and for what He's still yet to do. So we also need to change that mindset that we need to have time also for God. We need to have time to just be ourselves. So everything starts with you as an individual, with you, Malume, to change your mindset in order for you to become whatever that you want to be, in order for you to attract whatever you want to attract in life.
You know, you say all of this, and I know there's someone out there who feels, well, they are going through the most, right?
Yes.
And they feel like the world owes them something. The world owes them something, and here they go on this tirade. They are angry and just grumpy at everything that life throws at them, and they decide to, dive into substance abuse, or be it alcohol, be it drugs. That element that you mentioned of improving your life and changing your mindset, how does it occur to them, like, you know what, actually I'm the one who needs to take accountability of my life, not waiting for someone else to fix something for them? Because trust me, I come across a whole lot of people who are on that mindset that, you know what, I feel like the world owes me something and I'm just blaming everyone and anything else except myself.
Yes. So, yes, that's a very good question. I won't mention names. I've got an individual that is very close to my heart that also has that.
Yeah.
That the next person owes them this. But it's not up to the next person to give you what you want. They can only help you to a certain degree.
Yeah.
It's up to you as an individual to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, do an inventory that, okay, if I'm going to be taking drugs, if I'm going to be drinking, if I'm going to be smoking, where is this taking me to? If you look at it now, how many people are being killed in the taverns? And then when you come back, you're like, I'm going to change. Tomorrow you're back again.
Back to the same, yeah.
I think most people, we learn from seeing. Sing about doubting Thomas. So in order for you to get that as an individual, you need to sit down and really change and say, do you know what, today I'm going to cut down on drugs, alcohol, and because it's not helping me. It's actually destroying me. And I'm expecting Tiso and I'm expecting Grace to help me. But Grace can only do so much as an individual. They cannot baby me from birth to until you're an adult. You still want someone to run with you. You need to change as an adult, as an individual, as a young person. Like to the matric students that are writing now. You haven't been studying for the past 10 months. And you expect a great change to happen in the next 2 months. It won't. It can happen. God works in mysterious ways. We're not hoping for distinctions in that case. I'll just be plainly honest with you.
Absolutely.
You are not going to get distinctions. But the least you can do is try your level best then to pull up your socks from the mistakes that you have made. To say, listen here, it's time for me to change. It's time for me to move on. We also as people think, if I change province, if I change the country, things will change. You can move anywhere in the world. But if you don't tell yourself as an individual that I want to change me, I want to do me now, nothing will change in your life.
Applying yourself. It all takes applying yourself. It's something so difficult. Is it something that difficult to do? Just taking that stance, or you know what? From today onwards, from this moment right now, I want my life to change, and it can only be me who makes that change. Is it something that is it a mammoth task? Does it take you moving the moons and the stars just to apply yourself and getting into that mindset? Or you know what? Enough, like you said, telling the devil, because all these trials and tribulations, we can attribute it to the devil and everything else. Just that moment of clarity, that moment of enlightenment, of saying, it's enough.
Yes.
I've had it. I want to change now.
Yes. New ideas are born every day. New ideas are born every day. We need to change that negativity mindset. We get it every day, but we need to change it as individuals. We need to change it as human beings. No one owes you anything in this world. Not even your parents that brought you into this world. They don't owe you anything. But you owe it all to God. You owe it all to yourself. Hence, change starts within you. Change starts in the mind. You need to change, like to literally sit down and tell yourself, like, today I'm just going to be a different person. And watch how your life blossom. Last week, I remember we spoke about a pregnant woman being pregnant for 9 months. It's also like you as a person, if you want to change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. But if you work towards it and if you carry on doing it, it becomes a habit and you get it, you grasp it, and it's within you. Change has no time limit. Change can happen any day, anytime, anyway. But you just need to change your mindset as an individual.
Change has no time limit. What a reminder. What a reminder. I think that's a beautiful reminder and a very, very important one. Because as young people as well, we tend to pressurize ourselves. By age 35, I should be doing this. By age 30, I should be out of my parents' home. By age 29 or 25, I should have my first car.
Yes.
And like you say, there's no time limit. There's no time limits to that. And when that doesn't happen, say for instance, at 25, I wanted to have my first car by age 25, and it didn't happen. And it's that kind of pressure that you apply onto yourself when it doesn't happen.
Pressure.
Unnecessarily so.
Unnecessary.
So that's why I'm saying, that's a very important reminder that change doesn't have a time limit. It's okay. I was reading quickly, just another reminder when we're talking about change being, it doesn't have not having any time limits. Because I was watching of most people how their journey to success started. I looked at Henry Ford. Ford is one of the biggest brands of cars. I think it only took off after he was 30. Maya Angelou as well, Oprah Winfrey. I was looking at all these stories on how these people, only their lives and success came after the age of 30.
Yes.
And whereas when you look at young people, I mean, my videographer here, and so you're what, 25? I'm 25. I'm definitely sure you have set those goals for yourself. Okay, by age 30, I want to have achieved this and this and this. However, it doesn't mean, or once you turn 30 and that goal hasn't achieved, it doesn't mean, or that dream or that goal has been, it's over and done with. So definitely it doesn't have a time limit. I think that's a constant reminder. We need to constantly remind ourselves as adults, as young people, whoever, that, it takes its own time and trust in God. We also spoke
about last week. Yeah, God's timing.
God's timing. It's always perfect timing. Yeah.
And like you just mentioned now, saying with young people, also one thing I've also come to realize is our parents also put pressure on us, comparing us to umntana kamamncane, umntana kamamdala, your friends, parents. If you're listening, stop comparing us to the next person. We are running our own races. change will happen. If I don't get married now, I'm 37 myself, I'm not married, I don't have any kids. Please don't put pressure on us.
Oh, yes, that as well, yeah.
Don't put, you know what? Don't get me wrong. Most people say getting married, it's not an achievement. Because parents see it as like, okay, if my child gets married, woo, they've done the most. No, don't put pressure, because we end up marrying the wrong people.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We end up settling in those painful marriages just to please you, parents. But deep down, but better left, right, and center.
Speak.
And because you're comparing us. And when we come back to you, like, but if Utiswa can do it, what's stopping you? If Umangmang can get distinctions, what's stopping you? We are different.
Most deaf.
We are different. Even with school kids, parents, if your child is not coping, be patient with them. Maybe that child is not destined to be at school. Say Richard Branson, the most richest man owning Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Active. He's got no education, but he's rich. So parents, please, pressure. Man kangan.
Yeah, the only pressure you can apply yourself is the pressure of being successful, because also pressure does create diamonds. However, don't let that pressure come from someone else.
Don't do it the wrong way.
Don't do it the wrong way. And there's this saying I also love as well, that comparison is the killer of joy. Yes. Comparison is the killer of joy. So take your own time, drive in your own lane, and respect that lane whilst at it.
If it's a slow lane,
It's okay.
Fast lane,
deal with it. Let Diso drive in 180 kilometers or 120. Let Enzo drive in 60 kilometers. That's her own lane, and she respects it like that. Or you, Grace, as well. If you feel, oh, I want to go by 80 k's per hour, that's absolutely fine. It's your lane. It's the choice that you've made. Don't go because Diso Kyolo Tamako 120 and then I want to change lanes and catch up. Le Diso or catch up le Grenzo go 60 or 180k. Yeah.
It's like also now that you're also mentioning, there's a book that I'm currently reading by Jackie Pamote. She's like telling us how we young people intend to envy the next person's life, but not knowing that that person is going through the most in order for them to portray that nice pictures on Instagram, on social media and all that. Run your own race. It takes change for you to say, okay, these friends that I'm dealing with are not the right friends. Let me deal with these people that are helping me grow. They say, show me your friends and I'll tell you a lot about you. Let's just start from there. Change your friends. There are some friends that are bad. There are some friends that are good. Change your friends and you see where you go in life.
Apply yourself, improve your life, and change the mindset. It all takes applying yourself. So yeah, there's also the pressure of social media as well.
Yes.
It's crazy what we have to deal with at this day and age, right?
It is. If it's not Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Instagram,
TikTok. It's YouTube,
TikTok is
the
number
new
one
sensation.
now. Hey, no.
So imagine dealing with all of that social media pressures. At home, you have to deal with your parents' pressure. At school, or at a workplace.
Church. It's just...
Church as well. So take it one day at a time. And yeah, improve your life. And it can be done.
Yeah.
It's all about the mindset. And that was what we spoke about right here on using the law of attraction through faith and prayer, courtesy of Amazing Grace. Do you have anything else before we wrap it up?
As usual, our topic. I was closing off. So God loves you.
Yeah.
I love you. The best is yet to come.
Most definitely. Best believe the best is yet to come. Thank you so much, Amazing Grace. I love this. I love the live in studio vibe. Hey,
it is.
Because
we should do it more often.
Yeah, most definitely. Lama phone calls, Lawa man. Hey,
let's move with technology, Nat.
Ne? Let's forget it, Gangnani, because it hinders our progress.
Yes.
The Law of Attraction. July. Just understand and leave yearning. Tag of Love. Amazing Grace.